Watch a GitHub repository. The main objectives of this tutorial are to discuss the features of a version control system and watch the BXLab QBB 2020 repository on GitHub. Version control. Version control is a system of recording changes over time so that you can view those changes at a later date. One classic example of version control is the track changes features common to many word processing software. Shown here is a document that has been modified by two people in 3 locations. Unfortunately, as shown in this classic PhD comic, while track changes works reasonably for a small number of changes, it does not scale for large projects. If you have experience writing manuscripts, then you know the common experience of snapshotting your document by giving it a unique name. Greg Wilson and colleagues have proposed some key principles when keeping track of changes. These include being comprehensive and keeping track of almost everything, keeping sets of changes small and understandable, explaining the reasoning behind a set of changes, making sure that a backup copy is located in a remote location in case of disaster, and sharing changes frequently with collaborators and colleagues. Shown here is an example of a set of tracked changes that are each described by who, what, when, and why. In this case, a particular file has 3 different versions, all created by J. Smith. While the exact changes aren't shown, the nature of the changes and importantly why they were made are explained. This information becomes tremendously useful when mistakes are made or you wish to revert to a specific version. In this bootcamp, you will use the popular Git and GitHub platform for your version control system. Many large open-source projects organize their codebase using this system. As a stellar example, shown here is the Galaxy project with over 47,000 sets of changes, or commits, and over 200 contributors. Watch BXLab QBB 2020. Navigate to github.com and create an account by clicking on Sign Up in the upper right corner. First, pick a username. This username must be unique and will be how others identify you, whether it be for school work, an open-source project, or on your resume. After entering your email address and password, click on Create Account. Be sure to store your password somewhere safe as you will need it later. Now go to your email inbox and click on the Verify Email Address button. After verifying your email address, you should be redirected back to the GitHub website. Confirm that you are still logged in by checking that the upper right-hand column has your profile picture rather than an option to sign up. After confirming that you are signed in, click on the search box in the upper left and type in QBB 2020. Click on the button that says All GitHub to search for the QBB 2020 repository. Now click on the link for the BXLab QBB 2020 repository. The final step is to watch this repository. This will make it easier for everyone in the class to find each other. Click on the Watch button. Select Watching from the drop-down menu. Verify that the number of people watching this repository has increased. You can also confirm that you are watching this repository by checking that the Watch button has turned into an Unwatch button. Scroll down to see important information including a list of preliminary work. We will update this page as more assignments are released. In this tutorial, we discussed the features of a version control system and watched the BXLab QBB 2020 repository on GitHub. Some possible next steps are to read Good Enough Practices in Scientific Computing by Wilson et al. And complete the next preliminary work assignment. Thank you to all the people that helped.